Salaki, I'll put the thumbnail up afterwards. Gotta prepare for this cold. Shalom, shalom. This, the title is the wicked elites of ESAU, Judgment Day. Now, what made me think of it was they were saying how on the Terminator movies they was trying to go back into the future. They was trying to bring the Terminator back so they can get away from Judgment Day. But see, they're not gonna be able to get away from Judgment Day. You're not gonna be able to take a time machine and correct all of the stuff that you done did. There ain't gonna be no correction off what they done did. Because this was all a plan of the Most High, but He planned on the situation. Let me turn my light up. Oh, here we go. Now, since we talking about the wicked elites of the Edomites, let's go with Revelation chapter 6. But first of all, I'm gonna give all praises, face the east, give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being the name of His only begotten Son, who they even call Jesus Christ. Now, let's see here. Revelation chapter 6. I should have put this on the right hand. Revelation chapter 6. Let's see. I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, Come and see." Now mind you, when you go into Daniel, he talked about four beasts. Let's go to Daniel chapter 7. Okay. Daniel chapter 7, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and vision of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters." Verse 2, it says, "Daniel spoke and said, I saw in a vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another." Okay, so Daniel saw a vision of four beasts. And so these four beasts was diverse from one another, and they was kingdoms. See, these beasts wind up being kingdoms. When you go into Daniel chapter 2, he had already broke down that it was going to be some kingdoms coming. and he was starting with the kingdom of Babylon. This Daniel 2 and 39, it says, and after you, talking about after the Babylonians, shall arise another kingdom inferior to you. And we know what that was. It was a kingdom that rose up inferior to Babylon. It says, which was the Persian. It says, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. So now this third kingdom of brass, this is talking about the Greco-Roman power. Or the Greco, I would say the Greco power. When the Greeks took over, they took over and they defeated the Greeks. They defeated the Persians, Salakia. And this is all broken down in Daniel, when you go into Daniel chapter 7. And then it's in verse 40, this Daniel 2 and 40, it said, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdue all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. Okay. And so that was a short summary of what he's talking about in chapter 7. Now there's another one in chapter 7 that break down them 4 beasts. Okay. Let me jump to 17. It's Daniel 7 and 17. It say, and these great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. So that's the point I want to get out of that. That these are beasts that's going to rise out of the earth. These are kings. It's saying beasts, but it's talking about kings. So when you go back to Revelation, Apostle John doing the same thing in Revelation 6. So Revelation 6, it talks about the 4 beasts. Then it talked about a white horse. It says, and I saw, verse 2, and I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went conquering and to conquer. Verse 3, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And there went out another horse that was red. Okay, so this horse, this second beast, this is talking about a king that was red. Now we know Esau, Edom, he is red. Let's get the history. Genesis 25, and I'm going to get right to the point. It says, verse 25, I'm going to start with 24 to get the context. It says that when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. So you had Jacob and you had Esau. Verse 25, it says, and the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. I'm going to jump down to verse 30. It says, and Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. The key component in this one is the red pottage. For I am faint, therefore was his name called Edom. So now they call his name red, because Edom means red. So now he came out and his name was Esau, but then they changed his name to red. See? So when you go into these kings that was rising up, and that Apostle John was seeing, mind you. Now Daniel, when he was in Babylon, you got to know the history about that, because Babylon is where they went into slavery. But the reason they went into slavery is because you had Hezekiah. Hezekiah, he went to showing the Babylonians all the riches of the Israelites. He said, "Come on into the kingdom and come into the my treasury." He went to showing them all the treasuries and all the money that the Israelites and their forefathers had collected up together. So he said, he sent who he sent? Isaiah. He sent Isaiah to go tell Hezekiah, Hezekiah, man, you know you just showed this man everything, and now you done messed up pretty much. And y'all gonna have to go into slavery due to this situation. So Hezekiah, he pretty much was a righteous king all the way up until he had got old and sick, and he went to showing these people all his stuff. So then you get into Daniel. He was a part of the children that went there once they went, because he had told Josiah that you're not gonna see your peoples going to captivity. It's gonna be way after you. So Daniel was one of them children that went into captivity to the Israelites. So he say, so when Isaiah told Hezekiah that you going into your people's gonna go into captivity, since you sit around and show these Babylonians all of the stuff, see all of the treasury. And so Daniel, that's when Daniel got that vision of what was gonna happen to the Israelites, and these kings that was gonna rise up against the Israelites, because they had already messed up with Manasseh. They had messed up with Manasseh's son, Amon, or Amon, however you say his name. And the Lord said, your people's gonna go on I'm gonna hand them to their enemies. See, and then when Josiah was reigning for like 30 years, and he was righteous, the Lord said, I'm still angry at these Israelites for what Manasseh did. And so Daniel was getting the vision of those kings that was gonna come up against the Israelites. The same thing with Apostle John. Apostle John was in the midst of the whole situation, where this red nation had done came already and subdued the Israelites. So that's why he starting to tell you about this red nation, which are the Edomites, because they took over from the Persians, and then they started ruling over the Israelites. Once the Persians was defeated by the Greeks went down there and took over Jerusalem. So anyway, I'm gonna finish verse 4. This is Revelation 6:4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, talking about the Edomites, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Okay, so power was given to them to take peace from the earth. They can do whatever they want to do because they're in rulership. It says, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So now you go into what is it? Let's see here. Back to Genesis and see who was given a sword. Because Jacob was given a blessing by Isaac, and his mother helped him get the blessing. And so when Esau found out that Jacob had got the blessing, he went to crying. Verse 30, this is Genesis 27:38. It says, and Esau said unto his father, have you but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So he crying about this blessing. Verse 39, it said, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, your dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth and of the dew of heaven from above. And this is what he told Jacob, the same thing. So this is talking about world rulership. This is what that heaven and that earth is all about. That's why he put them together like that, heaven and earth. See, a new heavens and a new earth. The former heavens and the former earth is passed away, because this is the two heavens, and it was only two heaven and earth rulership. So verse 40, it says, and by your sword shall you live. You see, they could take peace. The red horse could take peace from the earth, and it was given a great sword to take the peace from the earth. See, it says, and by your sword shall you live, and shall serve your brother, and it shall come to pass when you shall have the dominion, meaning the rulership over the heavens and the earth, that you shall break his yoke from off of your neck. Okay, and so this is what's going on in Revelation 6. It's just showing Apostle John is just pinpointing this nation, saying that this is the same nation that was in the womb with us, and the Lord is going to give them power over the earth. Now, to get to the point, it sums it all up about the end of that nation, because when it talked about this fourth beast in Daniel chapter 2, where he said this fourth beast, or this fourth kingdom, is going to take over the whole world and subdue it. And then in Daniel 2:44, it said that the Lord is going to come and get rid of all the kings of this fourth kingdom. He's going to subdue all kings. But here in Revelation 6, it really pinpoint what it's talking about and get to some specifics. Okay, this is Revelation 6:15. It say, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captain, and the mighty men. So now it's letting you know who it's talking about. See, the kings of the earth. And who is the kings of the earth? It's this fourth kingdom that had 10 kings. Now when you go into Revelation 13, 12 or 13, but just 13 to be specific, it tells you about this fourth kingdom that Daniel was talking about, and it gives you the same description that Daniel gave this fourth kingdom. It says, and I stood upon the sand and the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay, so this 7 heads and 10 horns, this is the same description that Daniel gave this fourth kingdom. It had 10 kings. Now look at how Daniel described this fourth kingdom. Where is it? Daniel chapter 7 and 23. This is focusing on the king's part. It says, this Daniel chapter 7 verse 23, it says, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and tread it down and break it into pieces. Okay, it says, and the 10 horns. Now this is where Revelation 13 come into play. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue the 3 kings. So this 10 kingdom is talking about the nation of Edom. They're gonna have 10 kings that's gonna rule in the fourth kingdom. And so this is when he said the kings of the earth, he's mainly talking about these elite kings of ESAU, these elite Edomites, the rich men of Edom. But look at what they gonna do when they see this judgment coming for them. Revelation 6 and 15, it say, the kings of the earth, and the great men, the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, And every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? See, this is how you know who is the elites. See, this is not talking about somebody that's just a middle class. This not even talking about an average rich person. These are the rich of the rich. Because the people that's building these bunkers, you see what type of money they working with. See, the average rich person ain't running around building no bunker. These elites who know the truth. See, these ain't no rich people still going to church. See, these elites ain't going to no church, believing that foolishness that they preaching. See, these elites, they know what's going on, and they the one calling the shots. So they not confused about nothing, and they the one that's preparing for this judgment. See, they see the chariot flowing all about. Now let's go into Jeremiah. Jeremiah 16. I think I'm going to start at 16. It says, behold, this 16 and 16 of Jeremiah. I will send for many fishers, says the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So these hunters, who are they hunting out of every mountain? And who are they hunting from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks? These rich men, these kings of the earth, these captains, chief captains that got trillions of dollars, billions of dollars, and they building these billionaire bunkers that you see these elites doing. See, they building $100 billion bunkers thinking they gonna get away. And you see these wicked Negroes like Rick Ross and Kanye West and whoever else talking about they building a bunker. You're not gonna be able to hide, because the Lord got hunters that's gonna come and hunt you up out of them bunkers and snatch your behind out of there. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah, let's see here. Isaiah 24. And get right to the point. Isaiah 24. Now, I'm going to get 20 to get the context to let you know it's talking about a major judgment coming. This is Isaiah 24 and 20. It said, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. See, this is what Revelation 6 is talking about. It's going to be an earthquake. And there's going to be something that's coming out the sky like a fig tree letting off its figs, or like a tree, leaves falling off of a tree. That's how many of these things that's going to be falling and causing this great earthquake. That's why it says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. The earth going to be rocking and shaking because them missiles going to be hitting hard. It says, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it. So now it's letting you know, when it hit the earth, it's going to be wickedness in every place. Transgression of the law. They're going to say the law is done away with. We don't have to do them laws of God. We can do what we want to do. We can be a bunch of homosexuals. See, we can be child molesters. See, we can eat any kind of animal. We want to suck up a stinking bat or a rat. See, we can do all kind of abominations on the earth. It says, and it shall fall and not rise again. See, that fourth kingdom is going to fall. That fourth kingdom is not going to rise again with these wicked elite Edomites, bunch of red dragons. Verse 21, this is Isaiah 24 and 21. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. What is he going to do to these people that's hiding in these bunkers, thinking that they're going to get away from Judgment Day, like this is a Terminator 2 movie? It says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered into a pit, and shall be shut up in prison. Mind you, the Lord, man's goings of the Lord. See, he made these wicked people for his purpose. So they building bunkers and hiding. They doing his will already. See, they gathering themselves into a pit. But he gonna pull they behind up out of that pit and throw them into another pit. They ain't gonna have all the luxuries. They ain't gonna have a bunch of luxuries in there. See, it's gonna be a serious hardcore pit like they throwing these blacks and the Spanish in these prisons with 4 walls staring them down behind some bars. It says, and after many days shall they be visited. So many days these people gonna be visiting, taken out of them pits, and we gonna put they behind the work. See, they not gonna get away with nothing. Now, Yahushua, he talked about this whole situation, and he certified the book of Daniel. And look at what he called these people that thought they was gonna be able to come in and do away with the Israelites. Matthew 24 and 15. He says, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation. This is what he calling these people, man. This is what he's calling the so-called white man. See, when you see these people, you gonna know, because mind you, people knew not to mess with the Israelites. See, you just didn't come up in Jerusalem and do anything, because the king of Assyria, he thought he was all that. See, he thought he was big and bad. He came to Hezekiah and told Hezekiah, look, man, I've been kicking everybody behind. I done beat everybody on earth. All these kingdoms and they gods, they ain't did nothing with me. I done went in their kingdom and I done shut them down. What you think? What your God gonna do? You don't think I ain't gonna come in Jerusalem and snatch you Negroes out of there? See, you don't think ain't gonna come in Jerusalem and do what I want to do to y'all? What you think gonna go on? So Isaiah telling him, because first of all, he done went to the temple and he done laid down the whole situation to the Lord. So the Lord say, man, tell him he ain't gonna survive. His whole country, whatever he got going on, I'm gonna destroy that crap. So he goes back to tell his messengers to go tell this king of Assyria, I think his name was Sennacherib, go tell him what the Lord done said, just like with Pharaoh. And he's still talking mess. Say, nah, man, I done defeated all these people. There's nowhere in the world you gonna beat me and your people's gonna beat me. And what the Lord did to him. See, the Lord, when he sent an angel to kill 185,000 of his soldiers, and then when he went to go praise some false god in the temple, his 2 sons came and killed his behind. See, because you just not gonna come up in Jerusalem and talk that mess. You just not gonna come and do the Israelites any type of way when because Hezekiah had a righteous rulership. Hezekiah was doing everything that the Lord told him to do, and he wasn't departing from the right or to the left. So when you come into them and you coming talking all this noise, it ain't gonna happen. So all these nations knew, man, you're not gonna come and mess with the Israelites. So when they did come, he said, once you see these people, you gonna know something is finna go down. And plus they knew that Manasseh had messed up for 55 years. See, Manasseh was ruling for 55 years and he was a wicked Negro. See, Then his son, Amon, got the rulership, and he was wicked for 2 years. So for 57 years, these people done just went off and did all kind of wickedness. And the Lord had to dismantle all of that crap. But so when this abomination of desolation, this is Daniel talking about it. Once they don't start to get the punishment, going into Babylon, going into Assyria, now the punishment done start to pile up on them. So when you go into the rest of it, he says, this is Matthew 24 and 15, he says, spoken of by the Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. So the abomination of desolation was going to stand in the holy place. Whosoever readeth, let him understand. So now he pretty break down how they going to have to flee up out of Jerusalem, and they going to get kicked up out of Jerusalem. Because and let's go to Daniel and certify what he's talking about. Daniel chapter 9 and verse 26. Mind you, this also shows how specific the Lord was when Yahushua was coming on the scene. And all these wicked Edomite Christians, they know full well that Daniel gave a specific time when Yahushua was going to come. And that's why Herod knew to look out for him. And who was Herod? An Edomite. He was from this red nation, or from the so-called white men. See, they got statues of the man. He was a part of the dynasty that brought in Vespucian them to run the Israelites up out of them. But this Daniel 9 and 26, it says, and after 62 weeks shall the Messiah be cut off. So they knew 33 years after he pop up on the scene, he gonna be cut off. It says, but not before himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. So it's letting you know, the people of the kingdom that's gonna come, they're gonna destroy this place. Now what is he gonna end up calling these people? It says, and the end thereof shall be with a flood. That's what Isaiah 59:19 talk about. The enemy shall come in like a flood. That's Revelation chapter 12. It talks about these red dragons gonna come in like a flood. It says, and unto the end of the war, desolations are determined. Okay. Now verse 27 gonna hit it. It said, he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate. See, he not talking about no laws that they breaking. See, because when you commit abomination, that's sometimes breaking the law or doing some kind of wickedness. He calling these people abomination. He said, for the overspreading of abomination. Now it's so many of these Edomites that's flooding Jerusalem, see, that's surrounding Jerusalem. Now it's going to make Jerusalem desolate. Jerusalem is going to be destroyed because there's so many Edomites who are on abominations. See, this is what these Negroes don't know, man. It says, even until the consumption, and that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. So this is what Yahushua is telling these people. When y'all see these abominations, which are the Edomites, the so-called white men, when y'all see these dragons run up through here, just like we telling them now, when the so-called white man call for martial law, and you see a bunch of, just like on the Purge, you see a bunch of dragons running around in a lynch mob looking for Negroes, then you gonna understand what we were telling you. See, you don't understand right now because you want to be a wicked behind person and do whatever you want to do. Let's see here. Matthew 24 and 21, to get right to the point. It says, for then shall the great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Verse 22, and except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. So none of these Israelites will be saved if the Lord let these Edomites keep ruling. If he don't bring judgment to these Edomites, they're going to kill everybody. See, they already poisoning the water, the food, the air, the animals, the humans. See, they poisoning everything. So when you already is an abomination to everything around you, a cancer. And nobody can survive with these people. But the Lord gave them rulership because just like with Pharaoh, he let Pharaoh keep coming back. See, Pharaoh say, they told him to let the people go. Moses told Pharaoh to let the people go. And Pharaoh got hit with plague after plague, and he kept stiffening Pharaoh's heart so Pharaoh wouldn't back off. See, he made Pharaoh keep bucking the system. Same thing with these Edomites. The Lord got them stubborn as a mule and wicked as a mule, because this is the punishment of the Israelites, because he was still, you can see, let me read that verse, because this is a powerful verse when it comes to how the Lord feel about our forefathers and why we going through what we going through. See, it's one thing that you can say, okay, you breaking the law. Y'all breaking the laws, and in the law, in the contract or the agreement was, if y'all break these laws, I'm gonna throw y'all into slavery unto your slave master. But now, what Manasseh was doing, that's even worse. Okay, let's see here. Now Hosea was righteous and he had done took over. But the Lord said something. Oh, he had died on the battlefield. That's what it was. This 2 Kings 23. 2 Kings 23. See, Manasseh had, not Manasseh, Josiah, I'm thinking he had died on the battlefield fighting them Egyptians. But to let it be known why the Lord was letting it all happen. Look at what the Lord said. And I'm gonna start with, this is 26. I'm gonna start with 26. The 2 Kings 23:26. He said, notwithstanding the Lord turned not from the fierceness of his wrath, wherewith his anger was kindled against Judah, because of all the propagation that Manasseh had provoked him withdrawal. And the Lord said, I will remove Judah also out of my sight, as I have removed Israel, and will cast off this city Jerusalem, which I have chosen, and the house of which I said my name shall be there. So now you kind of seeing how the Lord was mad about them 57 years of wickedness that these Israelites had been participating in under under Manasseh and Amon. And so this is what people ain't understanding. When he bringing these the curses on the Israelites, it's a major situation. It ain't just because, oh, they were just breaking some little small laws. No, they was doing years. 55 years Manasseh was going off. And they wound up killing his behind. His own people wound up running up through there and killing him. Either him or Amon. conspired against him and killed him. And then the Israelites found out who did it and went to kill them. So it was all kind of murder going on in Jerusalem. But I want to get let's see here. This is Matthew 20. Okay, it says, so for the elect's sake, nobody shall survive. Now let's get Jeremiah 30. But this one of the recent videos I was talking about, that these Christians, man, they can't get over the fact that the Jacob's trouble is for one nation. It's not for a church. See, that great tribulation he was talking about, when these Edomites ran these abominations of desolation run through Jerusalem, the son of destruction. See, the man of sin, when he run through these Israelites, then he gonna be trying to kill them. It's gonna be their trouble. It ain't gonna be a church trouble or religion trouble. It's gonna be the trouble of the Israelites, because they not worried about what religion you in. See, when that lynch mob come up the street, they're not gonna say, well, the Negroes that go to the Baptist church, I'm gonna leave them alone. The Negroes that go to the Jehovah Wickedness church, I'm gonna leave them alone. See, when these abominations of desolation come through your city, Rosewood, Black Wall Street, when they come through your city, they killing everybody. See, they're not gonna be trying to hide. You're gonna see some good Edomites hiding you up under the porch, because they don't like so-called Negro lovers either. They'll kill their own people to get to your behind. But Jeremiah 30:7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. See, it's not no time of religion trouble. Religion is not going to have no trouble in America. Because guess what? They got a 501c3 connected to all these religions, and they in cahoots with the government. See, we don't want y'all talking politics, Jehovah Wickedness. You better not talk no politics. You go on their website, they're gonna show you that we don't talk politics. You go to the black church, what's up with the politics? We don't talk politics, but the Bible is all about politics. It's all about people. Because politics, all you're doing is dealing with the public, you're dealing with the people. What are you talking about? You're not gonna talk politics. Why is we the bottom of society? You're not gonna talk about that? Why is we the only ones suffering in the ghetto? You're not gonna talk about that? See, because the government got they behind in their pocket. That's why they run around here collecting donations and don't have to pay no taxes, because they know they feeding these Negroes lies, and these Hispanics a bunch of damn lies. Now it says, but he shall be saved out of it. So now you know who gonna be saved out of it? The Israelites. See, if you're an Edomite in America, you better get the heck out of town. You better get out of this country, because when them missiles get to dropping, it ain't gonna be no Edomites getting beamed up in no spaceship. See, that's why they try to hide that situation in Miami, because they know there's them spaceships popping up. And let's get it in the scripture, because it talks about it in detail in the scripture. I don't see how a Negro would talk about, y'all talking about these spaceships and all this. Man, they talk about it in detail. This is not something that we making up. Isaiah chapter 60. I'm gonna start at 8. It says, who are these that fly as a cloud? See, what are these UFOs them people seeing flying in the sky? What are these lights they seeing in the sky? See? And as the doves to their windows. This is something that fly. This ain't a ship that's on the water going real fast. Man, that ship flying. No, it ain't that type of party. This is a ship in the sky. And look, it's finna say a specific ship. Verse 9. Surely the ISIL, meaning the lands, shall wait for me, or the people that's in them land. And the ships, come on, man, of Tarshish first. What are these ships gonna do? To bring your sons from afar, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord your God, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. So this is not going to be no situation where you Edomites is going to be beamed up out of here on a ship, because it's not got nothing to do with you. This is for the Israelites. Let's get another one. Isaiah 20. No. 24, Isaiah 26 and 20. Look at what it says. Talking about the deliverance. This is a metaphor. I'm gonna get 17 to give a little context about the deliverance, because it's pretty much a metaphor for the nation of Israel. It says, like as a woman with child that draweth near to time of her delivery is in pain. So our deliverance is gonna be like a lady having a baby. See, and all heck is gonna be breaking loose, and then he gonna deliver us up out of him. It says, and cried out in her pain. So before, this is what we doing on these corners. See, we on the corners crying out to the Lord. See, we ain't caring what these people talking about. We crying out. See, just like a woman being ravaged. We the Lord's woman. We the Lord's bride. We crying out. See, the Edomites had them got us in slavery. The Edomites is tormenting our behind. We crying out. It says, so we have been in your sight, O Lord. To jump down to verse 20 to get to the point. It says, come, my people, enter thou into your chambers, and shut the doors about you. Hide yourself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. What indignation is talking about? When those nuclear missiles is blowing this place up. See, when these nuclear missiles is hitting, just like on Independence Day, that's what it was all about. Judgment Day wasn't just a bunch of people going crazy. Judgment Day wasn't a bunch of angels flying out the sky. Judgment Day wasn't an asteroid coming out the sky and blowing up the earth. No, Judgment Day on their movies, all their movies, it'd be a nuclear holocaust. See, you got the movie Don't Look Up. Now they try to switch that situation and try to confuse these people. No, it's not about no asteroid coming. It's about these nuclear missiles coming. See, what you got, the 12 monkeys, because they trying to be funny with that movie, because they love to try to call us monkeys. But the 12 monkeys, that was a situation where you had the pandemic, but you had the nuclear holocaust too. Which one is it? It's a bunch of them. I can't call them to mind. But it's a bunch of movies talking about the nuclear. Resident Evil 2. It's a bunch of movies that talk about this nuclear holocaust, and then you already know what the so-called poison that they were passing out did to the country. Let me get another verse for this these ships. To read them down, you had Elijah. He saw a chariot come, not Elijah. You had Elisha see Elijah being scooped up with a chariot. They walking, and the chariot done scoop him up while they walking. Then you had you had Moses and the Israelites at the Red Sea. They was following, the chariot was leading them. Then you had Yahushua. He they say we saw his star. That was not a star they were talking about. That was a chariot. See, everybody know about the Christmas crap, the 3 wise men, and they were following his star. No, that was the chariot they was following, because the chariot was making sure that these red dragons didn't kill him. See, the chariot was keeping everything safe and secure. That was an angel following him, because that's the vehicles of the angel. When you go in Ezekiel chapter 1, Ezekiel tells you that this is an angel operation. This is the let me go get it real quick to break it down. Let's break that one down. And this is real quick. It says, you get right to the point in verse 4. This is Ezekiel chapter 4. It says, and I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud. What did Isaiah say? Who is these that fly like a cloud? It says, a great cloud and a fire enfolding itself. Well, when Independence Day, when that UFO came out that sky, and the cloud, it looked like it came out of a cloud, and fire was surrounding the cloud. You think that Spielberg or whoever made that movie was just pulling that out of their imagination? No, they was reading Ezekiel. These are Jewish people, man, making these movies, and their whole life is not like a Christian. See, they goes in and they absorbing the whole text, and they already trying to be a robber. So when you trying to impersonate somebody, just like these Michael Jackson impersonations, they do everything Michael Jackson do. They try to make their face look like Michael Jackson. The hair, they want to do every dance Michael Jackson did. When you trying to impersonate somebody, you got to go hard. So these Jewish people, they trying to impersonate the Israelites. That's why it's a Jewish. They wish they was the Israelites so bad, they learning everything they can. See? And so these people, they not giving you no fairy tale. They telling you stuff they done read and done seen, and it's been talked about for many times. So when they popping out with that movie, man, they know what they talking about. Then you got these wicked Negroes that'll go tell them what the heck going on. It says, a fire was enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber, and out of the midst of the fire. Also out of the midst there came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had a likeness of a man. See, it's an angel in that thing. And when Yahushua was a baby, that was an angel that was following them, making sure nobody was going to kill him. Because Herod, the Edomite, he had people looking out, and he was trying to kill all the babies. See? He was looking for babies to put them to death, trying to get to Yahushua. Because he went to school and learned all of this, the stuff just like these Jewish people. He was an Edomite, going to school, learning all the texts of the Israelites and the prophecies. So he was ready. That's why in Revelation 12 it talked about him trying to kill Yahushua. But those are a lot of instances on even the one that it says the spirit came down like a dove, and it said, this is my beloved son. Even that verse. See, the spirit come down and them spirits got vehicles. See? The spirit just ain't don't just gotta float around invisible all the time. They got vehicles, and they will show themselves. And this is what these elite Edomites understand. Let me get to the point, and I'm gonna close out a little early. This is Luke 21 and 24. It says, pretty much this is what happened to the Israelites. It says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captives into all nations. So they was going off when they had their kingdom. They was in their land. We had kings, Manasseh, Joe. We had so many kings. It's ridiculous, man. After King David, King Solomon, King Asa, King Josiah, King Manasseh. I can go on for days, man. Many kings that came through and was ruling. So we didn't have no small rulership. Just Manasseh ruled for 55 years, then Solomon ruled for 40 years. We had some time in Jerusalem where we was ruling, and we had a kingdom. So the punishment was coming. It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. The what do you call them? The abomination of desolation. These red dragons. It says, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Meaning till they have performed everything that the Lord said they was going to perform, which they have did that. See, and then even when Manasseh was doing that, the Lord said, it's going to be a punishment that when you listen to this punishment, your ears is going to tingle. When you hear the punishment that's going to happen. Because he was telling either Josiah or he was telling Hezekiah, you're going to be done died before the punishment comes. But when the people hear about this punishment that I'm going to put on their behind, their ears going to tingle. That's how powerful it is. And when you hear the atrocities that these red dragons did to the Israelites, you understand what he was talking about. It says, this is Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun. What are these signs? That's these battleships with their radars and these satellites and NASA and all these people. They clocking what the Israelites is doing. See? They know, I mean, not the Israelites, but they clocking what the UFOs is doing, what the angels is doing. They watching them on the satellite. See? They got their nuclear war sites. They sitting there watching. Saying, look, man, you see this thing fly up, then it disappear in a second? They see these signs, man. It says, and in the moon and in the stars, just meaning in the sky, and upon the earth, the stress of nations with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. They see all this uproar as another people. That's why in 2nd Ezra 9, it talked about the end of the world would be when the uproars of the people and earthquakes. They see all these things. It says, here go the point, verse 26. Men's heart fell in them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. See, these Edomites, these elite Edomites, they shaking in their boots. See, you got to be shaking in your boots when you talking about, oh, I'm going to spend $100 billion on a bunker under the ground. See, this ain't a bunch of Negroes just telling lies. See, if it's a bunch of Negroes telling lies, you not finna build no $100 billion bunker, man. It's not gonna happen. So when you go down, let's see where he pulling this from now. Luke is the writer here, but Yahushua is talking. So what is Yahushua pulling that from? Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49. I'm going to start at 7 to get the context. It says, concerning Edom. See, concerning this red nation, the fourth kingdom on the earth that's ruling the whole world. The so-called white man that rules the world. See, it's not a hard mystery. It says, I'm going to jump to verse 22 to get to the point. It says, behold, he shall come up and fly as an eagle, and spread his wings over Basra. See, that Basra is talking about America. Babylon the Great, America. It says, what is it? And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pain. See, that's what they say. First of all, the signs already got them paranoid. The signs already got them tripping. See, got the nation in perplexity. Why is these UFOs popping up only in America, in Babylon, where they got the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom? See, the northern kingdom flooding into America. They trying their best to get over here by any means necessary. And then you got the southern kingdom over here, don't want to leave and go nowhere. They done went over there, back over there with them Hamites at. And then they say they leaving up out of there. They coming up out of there because they realize that the so-called white man control that crap too. See, he controlling everything. The Lord ain't just fake give him the power over the world. He really got power over the world. So this is what Yahushua is pulling that from, man. Because Yahushua, when he was talking, just like any Christian or any person with the Bible, when you talking out of the Bible, what you gonna do? You gonna use the Bible. That's like why he went into the synagogue or the temple, and he went to bringing out Isaiah 61. See, he didn't just walk around running his mouth. He was a person that dealt with the Torah and dealt with the prophets. That's why in Matthew 5 and 17 he said, I ain't come to destroy nothing. I came to fulfill or perform. Not what these Christians want to say that fulfill means to complete or to end. No, it means to perform it, to act it out. This is what he came to do. So when these elites, they trying to hide because they see what's coming. See, they heart is in fear. This is another thing that got their heart is in fear. What the Lord got us doing. They in terrible fear. Look at this Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. Mind you, King Solomon was 1,000 years before Yahushua, man. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no accounts of his labor. See, not only is we on the corners in New York City, see all in the crowd, when they have big crowds, we in their face telling them, you're going down, you Edomites is going into slavery. We on the internet, see, with major websites, major YouTube channels, see, telling these Edomites that you is going down, and this your judgment day is here. So they terrified, man. Verse 2, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. See, terrible fear is in the heart of these red dragons. See, terrible fear is in the heart of the dragon that count. Not little buddy that's got a mechanic shop on 2nd Avenue, on Bridgewood. Not buddy that got a flower store on Martin Luther King. No, these little petty hustling Edomites, they ain't even a part of the equation. But see, that we make sure they see us too, so they can go back to the nobles, to their elites, and tell them, y'all know these Negroes over here saying this. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Say, so this is how the Lord finna save these Negroes. We done had them in slavery for 500 plus years, man. And this is how he gonna save them? Like, he's not gonna let them rise up with weapons. He's not gonna let us die off first. He gonna save them in an amazing way, man. It says, so far beyond all that we looked for. So they couldn't imagine. And this is what what's the FBI, what's the man named Hoover, J. Edgar Hoover. He said, man, the Black Messiah, we can't have these Negroes uniting because they might get them a Black Messiah. So this is what they in fear, man. Let's see, verse 3, it say, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he who we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. See, they say, man, these a bunch of Negroes. See, these a bunch of ignorant Negroes, man. How in the heck you gonna have them be the kings of the earth? Verse 4, it say, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God? And his lot is among the saints. They saying, how is these Negroes, man? We done put them in a laboratory like on the movie, what's the movie, Cloning Tyrone. See, we done cloned a bunch of Tyrone. How in the world is they gonna come out of that? I thought we cloned them all. We got them acting like idiots. They want to be a rapper, a drug dealer, a basketball player, a big coon sitting around doing a step and fetching for us, being a clown. You done turn them into a bunch of clowns, but they trying to perform for us. How in the world, now they the kings of the earth, and the Lord finna save them. He done gave them their identity back. We had them thinking they was a bunch of African Hamites. See, the church say, oh, y'all some Hamites, man. Y'all ain't no Israelite. What you talking about? Y'all come from Ham. See, Ham was cursed because he was looking at his daddy. He was looking at his daddy's nakedness, and the Lord cursed him with black skin. You Negroes come from Ham. we gonna see who come from Ham, all right. They see her. Why? Okay, so Ham over there in the land of Ham, which they call in Africa, he over there. Majority of the Hamites over there. So why in the world is the UFOs in America? If we supposed to be some Hamites, why we ain't over there? Why the UFOs ain't over there messing with them too? See, they focusing on us, because we the Israelites, man. So when you go into, let's get some on these elites. Oh, these chariots, Habakkuk, chapter 3. It tells you how the whole situation gonna go down. He says, this Habakkuk 3 and 8, mind you, the book of Habakkuk is like Obadiah. Obadiah is written all about the Edomites and how he gonna exterminate they behind and put they behind in slavery in his kingdom. This is what Obadiah was, but Habakkuk, or Habakkuk, however you want to say it, his chapter 3 is going in on how these Edomites is gonna be attacked. It says, was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was your anger against the rivers? Was your wrath against the sea? That you did ride upon your horses and your chariots of salvation. So when he come, he gonna have chariots, man. And they gonna be coming to save somebody. And it ain't gonna save no red dragon out of America. No Chinese, Arab, see, no, East Indian, Japanese. All these people are not getting saved out of America. He's only coming for the Israelites. Salvation is for the Israelites. To get right to the point, verse 16, it says, when I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones. I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. See, that day of trouble is talking about Jacob's trouble. When those birth pains become great and he began to get ready to deliver the children of Israel. It says, when he cometh up upon the people, he will invade them with his troops. See, that's them alien invaders. They always come with these movies talking about alien invaders, because this is how he gonna come to judge these Edomites. He gonna invade them with his troops. He gonna invade these Edomites with them UFOs. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, those are the two main ones I wanted to get. So they gonna invade these wicked elites, man, and they gonna be trying to hide. But the troops are already coming. They can see the UFOs already. Let me see if I can find another one. Oh, Amos 9 and 2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. So since they got a doomsday bunker, you're not getting away. It says, though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So you ain't gonna go up into heaven and hide out until the indignation done passed and America done got blowed up. Nope, it ain't gonna work. It says, though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite. See, he gonna bring a big whale to come bite they behind. He gonna bring a big old serpent to come out of nowhere and bite they behind. You're not gonna get away. You wicked Edomites, you're going into captivity if you leave America, but if you don't leave America, you're gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire. He says, though they go into captivity, okay, this is also talking about the Israelites, but this is a perfect example of how these elites is not gonna get away, man. They got to pay for everything that they doing. Now you got, let's see, Psalms. Let's get King David. See, and it's important to learn the history about the Israelites, because when you learn the history, then you get a greater understanding, man. Because you know what, just like with King David, he was running from Saul, who had Edomites in his army. What, that's Psalm 52. So once you understand the context of the situation, you got a wicked Negro, and he running around with the Ku Klux Klan, pretty much. And he looking for King David. See, King David hiding in the cave, he hiding in the mountains, he on the run. But this is what King David writing. While he running from the Negro that got the Ku Klux Klan with him, he says, this is Psalm 149 and 7. Well, let me get 6 to get to the point. It says, let the high praises of God be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. See, that king is going in the chain. See, they can build 100 million bunkers, and every last one of them gonna get drugged out of the bunker and put in chains. Thus says the Lord. See, and a Negro ain't making nothing up, and Rick Ross and any of these Negroes, you gonna get drugged out too. And if you build a bunker in America, you retarded, because it's so many nuclear missiles gonna hit America, no bunker is gonna save your behind. See, when he say the earth gonna separate into 3-4 parts over here in America, how can the earth separate? That's how powerful them nuclear missiles gonna be. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's prove all things. Revelation 16, starting at verse 19. Starting at verse 18. Revelation 16 and 18, it says, And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great. See, what's going to cause that earthquake? Nuclear missile. Verse 19, it says, and the great city, which is America, Babylon the Great, and the great city was divided into 3 parts. So it ain't going to be no, oh, I'm Rick Ross and I built a bunker. See, that ain't going to work. That bunker is going to be pretty much null and void. Now it says, the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the city of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before God. Let me get to the point. In 21 it says, and there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. So what was falling out of the sky? Because this is what heaven is talking about. Every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blaspheming God because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceedingly great. So the judgment, especially these elite Edomites in America, you're not making it out of America, man. You better hit the road, Jack, and you better not come back. No more, no more, no more. Zechariah explained what this plague he's talking about, that's going to cause a great earthquake. The plague so great. Zechariah 14 and 12, it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Mind you, this is the elite fought against the elect, the regular Israelites, Salakia. They fought against the regular Israelites, but also the elect Israelites. It says, because that's the 2/3 Negroes that's fighting their own people, want to take the side of the heathen. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. See, this is what's going to happen when those nuclear missiles get to dropping. Boom, boom, boom. See, when they get to dropping, people going to be on their feet burning. See, this is what's going to happen to the elite. This is their judgment day. And this is the time that we dealing with, because it's their time to hit the road. And so, this is what we dealing with. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, it say, for Esau is the end of the world, not an asteroid. The destruction of Esau is the end of the world. The destruction of the elite Edomites is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the heaven and the earth, the New Jerusalem, is going to the Israelites. So they can come with their C-hip, they can come with their tracking device and put it on people, see, and it ain't gonna solve the problem. It's not gonna get you out of your punishment and your judgment. You're gonna get your judgment, and it's gonna be horrendous. See, it ain't gonna be something very nice and something like somebody go to jail and do their time. No, it ain't gonna be no crap like that. See, let's go ahead and get Revelation. Revelation 18, starting at verse 5, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and God has remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she have filled, fill to her double. So that these people is getting double the punishment of what they thinking somebody else gonna get. See, they getting double. Let's go to Obadiah. Obadiah talks about it. What is it? Obadiah 10 or 11. Let's see here. Talks about the reward of these Edomites. This lets you know it's talking about Edom right here. This is 16. No, let me do 15. It says, for the day, this is Obadiah 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. See, the Edomites and the other heathen. As thou have done, it shall be done unto you. Your reward shall return upon your own head. See, this is what Revelation is saying. For as ye have drunk, see, there go that cup, upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continuously. Yeah, they shall drink and they shall swallow down. I got that TDJ. Swallowed up. He said, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they have not been. This is what's going to happen to the Edomite when our kingdom start to reign, and it get into full effect, because 1,000 years, that ain't nothing. We're going to reign way more than 1,000 years. But after 1,000 years, this is what's going to happen to these Edomites. It says in Jacob, this verse 18, it gets right to the point. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. See, there's not going to be one red dragon left. They all going to be exterminated. You're not going to even know they existed. You're going to have to find some kind of record to realize that these Edomites even ever existed, man. Okay. Now, verse 21, it says, and Savior shall come upon Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord. Now, what a lot of people, they read that, and they don't associate that with the blessing of Abraham. What did he tell Abraham? So he says, Savior shall come up on Mount Zion and judge the mount of Esau. What did he tell Abraham? It says, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that your seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, slavery. And they shall afflict them 400 years of slavery. And also that nation who they shall serve will I judge. See, Edom, the so-called white man, is the one that he's finna judge. And afterwards shall they come out with great substance. So these elite Edomites thinking they gonna run and hide from their judgment is not gonna happen. Babylon the Great America is gonna be destroyed. The fourth kingdom is gonna be destroyed. See, they gonna serve hard bondage in slavery, pursuing the what? Amos, the 9th chapter. All of the remnant of Edom is going into slavery. The remnant that ain't destroyed in America, you going in any kind of field we got growing, any kind of produce, you finna pick it and you finna bring it into Jerusalem, or give it to the Hamites and they gonna bring it into Jerusalem. But I don't even think they gonna be able to enter into the kingdom either. But anyhow, you got Numbers 24 that talks about Edom gonna be a possession. in the second coming. You got what is it? Let me see. It's Hosea, Jeremiah, Isaiah. Oh, Isaiah 61. Because 63 talks about he coming to Edom. But it's I would say mainly Amos directly focused on these Edomites. Oh, Joel chapter 3. Let's get that real quick. It says, verse 6, Joel 3 and 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, the Edomites. It says, verse 7, behold, I will raise them out of the place where you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. I go that return upon your own head. See, they're going to get a reward, double. Verse 8, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans. So we're going to take the Edomites and sell them to the Africans. Verse 19, it says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah. So Edom is the one that's talked about in Joel chapter 3. And Joel chapter 3 is about the second coming, and it's about slavery. It's about the slave trade. So ain't gonna be no, they done forgot about the situation and all that. No, the Lord ain't forgot nothing. And the ain't gonna be no, y'all in paradise. See, a lot of these dragons thinking they gonna go into paradise like they forefathers participating in the slavery. And like the Lord don't judge nations. Man, they don't understand who they're dealing with. He judged the whole nation. He said he was mad at the Israelites about what Manasseh, he thought about that thing, what Manasseh had did for 55 years. And say, boy, you Negroes are finna go into slavery, man. Y'all ain't getting away with none of this. So what you think? He gonna let some of these dragons get away because they want to be a Jehovah Wickedness or somebody that's going to an Israelite congregation? Get the heck out of here, man. Salaki. 2 Thessalonians. I'm gonna end it on this. 2 Thessalonians, the first chapter, verse 6. Saying it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. See, it's a righteous thing to him to bring slavery and a reward of punishment on these wicked Edomites, these elite Edomites. But I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem and Kakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, descendants of slaves scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.